Hi, this is Gene Brady. I'm Executive Director of SCN, and I'm going to be talking about some industry insights with Bastien Beauchamp. Bastien's the CEO of Important Safety Technologies, and his company addresses some of the challenges with autonomous vehicles. Bastien has over 20 years of experience as CEO of tech companies in San Francisco, New York, and Montreal. So thank you, Bastien, for joining us here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So there's a lot of excitement around autonomous vehicles. Right now, there's a lot of money and challenges going on with electric vehicles, but the next level will be going to autonomous with companies like Uber and Waymo, Tesla. In fact, just last week, VW announced that they started a whole division where they're putting a lot of money and time into VW autonomous technology. They're calling it VWAT or VWAT, VWAT. They're going to have offices in Palo Alto and China next year. So it seems like what you're doing with Important Safety Technologies is really being at the advance of the new technologies with autonomous vehicles. What's initiated your interest in starting Important Safety Technologies?
What happened was the accident with Ellen Herzberg in Tempe, Arizona.
Oh yeah.
I saw the news and I got really concerned. I said to myself, I told myself first, I felt all the pain for the family and all that, but also how it could reproduce. This event could reproduce itself as more we put autonomous cars on the roads. So, and within 1 hour, I had the idea of the company.
Wow.
And called a patent attorney and
Wow.
woke up at 5 a.m. since then every morning to save people's life and my daughter's life eventually. So that's what we envisioned at the beginning.
Inspiration of entrepreneur. You read something that touched you, and then you thought of an idea on how to help it, and that's the inspiration of Important. So really, your technology involves what they're calling P2V, P2X, pedestrian to vehicle, pedestrian to everything. This is kind of a shot of, I think, what you're talking about. This is a visual of your technology. Can you run us through this, how it works?
Yeah, sure. So the solution that we propose to the industry as a supplementary technology. As you know, right now, autonomous cars have radars, lidars, sonars, and radars. So and cameras. Sorry. So these technology can all track pedestrians to some extent. Some have more reliability issues. If you think about lidars, sonars, and even lidars, lidars are becoming more efficient at tracking pedestrians, but still there's some technical power to it that is difficult. So you always have to trade resolution or processing power so far. So that can be an issue, but the main principle is that the tech stack of technologies is on the car is not perfectly reliable. We saw it on the Uber case.
Okay.
And what we thought was to add a supplementary technology that uses the cell phone of people in order to alert yourself to the car where you are. So it's the technology that we propose at Important is to use the GPS coordinates of the phones,
Okay.
send that to the cars in order to prevent the collision. So the car will slow down and brake automatically based on the cell phone coordinates.
I see.
The end goal would be at least to slow down traffic. So we encounter some precision issues right now. We encounter some latency issues.
Okay.
And we solve them slowly, but the goal is, even with not a perfect position and even with some latency, we're able in advance to tell cars where people anonymously are, and therefore you're able to slow down the car. And just by slowing down the cars, you could reduce the fatality risk by far. So that's what we're aiming for.
Well, I read somewhere that just in 2016, which, 3 years ago, they had almost 1.5 million pedestrians globally die due to road traffic death. So that number has to have gone up by 2019. And what's interesting is there's all these challenges with building the right autonomous vehicle, but what really needs to go in accordance with the vehicles are the infrastructure, the roads that they drive on, plus not only making the people inside the car safe and feel safe by not driving, but the people outside the car, the pedestrians. And that seems a little bit different because you can do the algorithms and all the sensors on the car, but when you come to an irrational, impulsive, emotional person that jumps out into traffic, that's the challenge. And it seems like that's what your technology addresses, the unpredictability of people.
There's some unpredictability. There's also some cases, blatant cases, like the turn of a corner, or
Right.
let's say that the pedestrian is hidden by a parked car. These cases happen in real life. They're not fantasies, and our technology can solve that compared to all the vehicle-based technologies.
Mm-hmm.
That can have limitations. So we just consider ourselves as a supplemental technology that we add to the tech stack of the cars, and we think it's important and responsible for car manufacturers to consider the pedestrian's position. We provide that information with our application at Important.
You said that it's anonymous. So as far as my coordinates as I'm walking, that information is used in that moment, but it's not cached or any of that.
It's communicated to cars nearby in an anonymous form. So no information is transmitted to the communications at all.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then you and I were talking earlier, you've put your offices in different strategic places. Where is Important Safety Technologies today?
This morning.
Yeah, this morning and tonight.
It's quite early right now for me. I'm in Berkeley, California.
Okay.
We have an office in Ann Arbor as well. We intend to open an office in Detroit.
Okay.
So couldn't decide between Ann Arbor and Detroit. So
two good choices.
It's all good. And we have offices in Montreal and Zurich,
okay.
Switzerland as well. Yeah.
Excellent. This is it seems like you're really getting in at the front end of addressing this issue. So it's very exciting and important as far as people's safety. So I appreciate talking about Bastien, getting to know a little bit more about your company. Important Safety Technologies, how would they find you on the web?
Important.com.
Okay, real simple. All right, well, thank you very much for your time, Bastien, and look forward to the advances coming.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Take care.